What's up and welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody is having a great day, and today we're going to be getting back into the main theme of the channel, which is furiously collecting. This is Fast and Furious is basically what got me back into this hobby, and it's time that we dive back into some Fast and Furious cars. And this is a video that has been in the making for a very long time. I'll put the video up here on the screen, but it was like 5 months ago or something, I bought that huge lot of Racing Champions cars from my buddy Peak Time Racing, and I said I was going to crack some of them open, but I was really waiting to get this whole setup all done. I just really wanted to make it a little more of a special video and have like a way better setup when I opened it, and not just opening it on like my kitchen counter or something like that. So we are finally gonna crack in. So you might not even remember that big lot that I bought, but yeah, I'll put the link for that video down in the description. Also, a while ago, I received a sealed case that I pre-ordered with kind of the, I guess not the most recent Fast and Furious set, but I did pre-order this, and I'm gonna go crack open one of each of these. Probably gonna go just do some shorts. Not really gonna bore everyone with a whole video on that because there's been a ton of videos already, but that RS200 is super cool. Probably the one in that set that I am most excited about. But the main theme here on this is the Racing Champion. So even right now as I'm filming this, I'm pretty undecided on what ones I'm going to be cracking open. There are definitely a few for sure that I'm going to crack, but also I have some of these 4-packs that I actually bought from Die-Cash Cars. So I have 4-packs, and some of them have some pretty cool cars in it. So I'm gonna get you guys over here to the diorama, get you flipped around, and we are gonna start cracking into some of these cars. So let's get into it. Okay, so I got you guys all flipped around and got set up over here to get the unboxing underway. So I took a few moments to kind of go over what I have and came together with a little game plan here. So like I said, I have these 4-packs that I got from Die-Cash Cars, and I think I have 4, and I'm going to open 2. So this is one that is going to stay sealed in the collection. The only cars I would really want are probably the Honda and the RX-7, the Viper, and I don't even know what that black car is. Don't really need that. And then I have so many of Brian's Eclipse that it doesn't really matter. And just since this has one of the like main hero cars in it, I thought this one would be better to keep sealed. It would kind of hold a value more over time. The other one is a pretty good pack here with Jesse's Jetta and Brian's Supra. So this does have that nice like champagne colored RX-7 there. That would be kind of cool. And then that wild like NXR Nitrous Express Eclipse there. That thing is pretty gnarly. But yeah, so I think I'm going to keep these 2 sealed. I do like these 4-packs. I think they are pretty neat. And here are the ones we're going to crack open. So this has the Heist Civic, has this Sparco, what is that? Is that like an Acura? Looks like a little Integra. And then we got the Greddy Eclipse. And of course you need a police car and then another RX-7. So this was a pretty solid pack right here. And one of my goals has always been to get 3 of the Heist Civics loose, which we are going to achieve today. The other 4-pack that is in the opener pile here is this one. So this has 2 Supras in it. So this one has like some pretty crazy livery on it. Almost looks like it's from like Need for Speed or Need for Speed Underground or something like that. And then we have a Jetta. Then we have a RX-7, a ginormous Ford Focus, and then another Supra. So both the Supras, RX-7 and a Jetta, I thought that would be a pretty good mix. So actually, let's just get right into it here. So 2003, so these are like 20 years old, which is pretty wild. So you have some little clips from the movie right there. Yeah, these Racing Champions ones are really cool. So I'll have to show you like the ones I do have on the wall. Yeah, I'm kind of nervous to crack these open. I know Diecast Cars, when he sold them to me, he was asking if I was gonna crack them or not. And here is your answer. I've never opened one of these 4-packs either. This is gonna be interesting. And I'm excited to get a closer look at some of these cars. Okay, so it looks like it's similar to the like Hot Wheels 5-packs. Oh, I've been calling these 4-packs the whole time. These are 5-packs, so sorry about that. But yeah, so it just kind of like the Hot Wheels 5-packs. The cars are in their own little molded holder here. All right, set this up to the side. And let's start getting into some of these here. So first up, we have that Toyota Supra. Man, this is just a crazy, I don't even know, it's like a reverse flame logo on there. You got some very wild, aggressive green bucket seats. Got the black hood, some crazy chrome rims. Oh, that's cool. It has the little Fast and Furious. So that's like the actual movie logo right there. Got the nice wing. That would have been nice to have some more details back here. I think, does this have, yeah, so you can see this Supra has like a little more painted details back there. So, but that's probably just because that was a more popular car. But overall, I just really wanted to have like a whole bunch of these like Fast and Furious cars loose, and just to kind of like set up in a little diorama, maybe kind of like recreate that first drag race scene where all 4 drag race down the road and you have all the cars like parked on the side, kind of spectating. So that was kind of my idea the whole time. Next up, we have a Volkswagen Jetta. Oh, I just now realized it says Sparco there on the side. It almost looks like they slapped like a stencil on there, and it's like some like spray paint, like overspray. It's like very, very hard to see it there. But this one also has the same Fast and Furious logo. Got all these sponsors there on the side, Robocar, Toyo Tires, Greddy. And then not much else going on the car. Some crazy white wheels. And yeah, so this, not too much going on with this one, but a cool spectator car here. Let's get in here to the RX-7. So this does not have a wing, which Dom's RX-7 does have a wing on there. It has Zombie Racing, Nitto, Toyo Tires. That's interesting. All these have that Fast and Furious logo on the car. Got a little interior details there. You can see has red interior, black seats, and for some reason a white steering wheel and crazy orange tires. Yeah, these cars are just so wild. It's like totally that like early 2000s like Need for Speed. This next one is very odd. Like some of these cars, like the Dodge Viper and maybe like a Corvette or something, and this one, it's like the size is just insane. Like look at the size difference here. This is honestly like double the height. It just makes, I don't even know if I would even like display like this one with the other cars. It just looks so bogus. Like, I don't know what they were thinking. This one does have a carbon fiber hood, which is cool, and a humongous wing, and again has the Fast and Furious logo on the back. But yeah, look, if I set this down here, the car just looks ginormous. I don't know why they did that. Just a quick side note here, I noticed on the packaging once you got the car out that the pack kind of looks like a NOS bottle. So that kind of a cool added little detail. But the last car here in the set, one that I really wanted out of here, was another Supra. There is so many Supras in here. So yeah, Rockford Fosgate, which I believe is like an audio brand back in the day, right? See, this one has a lot more detail there on the amps and the NOS bottle. Has those really crazy bucket seats, red steering wheel. Yeah, this is just a nice clean looking version. It actually has a different wing than the other Supras. So that is kind of cool that it's not just like an exact replica just with a different paint job on it. Actually has like a different wing on it. Pretty cool. And let's move on here to the next 5-pack. So yeah, now you can kind of see, it's hard to see it with the cars in there, but you can see it's the NOS bottle in the back. So this one has some pretty nice cars in it. I'm trying to open it and not hit all these other cars, but it looks like this one is not gonna open very nice either, but this is 20 years old. Feels kind of wrong to crack into these. Like, I know these Racing Champions cars and stuff are pretty rare, but I don't know. I really like having some of this stuff loose. And these like 5-packs and some of the other 3-packs and stuff definitely don't seem to hold their value as well as like just the singles. So I don't feel as bad of cracking these. But the first car here in this 5-pack is a RX-7. So that's a interesting R on there. I'm not sure what that, oh, it's the RoboCat, or RoboCar logo. Yeah, pretty cool. I like how these cars have the Fast and Furious movie logo on there. And so this one, I think does this have a different wing than Dom's? It does. So kind of a similar thing with the Supras. It's not just an exact copy of the cast. They actually have some minor differences. Got headlight, fog light detail. Very cool. We are going to have a pretty hefty Racing Champions loose collection here. That is for sure. Up next, we have the police car. And this is from Miami. So I'm guessing that is where Too Fast, Too Furious was in Miami, right? So this must be the police car from there. There you see Miami City. Got the nice lights up top, blue tinted window. Got the black steelies. Definitely cool. So just a cool one to add to the dioramas and stuff, to have a nice little cop car. Always got to have the fuzz around, you know? And next up, a super clean Eclipse, which again has a different spoiler than Brian's, which is cool. Silver with the Gretty logo, Fast and Furious logo there. Got the hood scoop. Yeah, these cars have some really good details on it. I would say like the wheels are really not my favorite, and so, this one rolls pretty good. Some of them don't really roll so well. And like I said, the wheels are a little cheap looking, but the details and stuff on them are usually pretty good. So this is one definitely excited to add to the collection. Man, we're gonna be running out of space here pretty soon. These are kind of hard to get out of their little pack here. But next up we have a Integra. I feel like there's definitely not too many Integras here in all the Racing Champions. This one has the Fast and Furious windshield banner there with the Gretty logo. Kind of a pretty wild color scheme here with the black and yellow. But we got some nice taillight detail there. I think a RoboCar sponsor. Yep, so definitely like all these cars seem to have very similar sponsors, which I don't know if that's just what, those were just like the super popular brands back then or what. But and finally, moving on to another one of the heist cars, which we will now have 2 of them, and very soon to be 3, which I'm super, super stoked. So nothing too much to see here. I do really like the wing on this. I think it's very accurate to the movie wing, which is nice. And the cars do have a sunroof, which is accurate. And I would say even the wheels, like I just think they did a super, super good job on this. I also have 3 sealed that are up here, which I will, or maybe I had already showed you guys in the video, but yeah, it's crazy. I know when I got my first one of these, I was like, man, I don't know if I'll even be able to get 3 of these. And now I have 6 of them. So, oh boy, how far down the rabbit hole you go sometimes. And since we are on the topic of the Civics here, might as well get into the third one now. So like I said, I do up here have 3 sealed. 2 of them are Series 1 and the other one is a Series 6. I was thinking about keeping all the Series 1s sealed, but this one, the plastic is pretty yellowed, and then it has a dent right here. So I don't know if I'll regret this later on or not, but I think I am gonna crack this Series 1 and just leave the other ones that I have up there. But this is, I think I have 6 or 5 singles that we're gonna be cracking open. So the party is not over yet. But like I said, I've been waiting to do this video since I made that mail call video with all the Peak Times cars. I do keep a lot of the packaging for these as well. Some of these like kind of more rare ones. I won't do anything too crazy here on the lookover, but just make sure everything's all good and intact. And it looks good. So that is Heist Civic number 3. Actually, I think it's the third one right over here. So we will set it down. There we go. Very nice. And sticking here with the first movie, one that I have really wanted loose here is Ja Rule's Integra. I was really double checking all my collection just to make sure that I didn't have this one cracked already. I did open up, there's another one by Revell that is Ja Rule's Integra, and I do have that one loose, and that one has a opening hood, which is pretty cool. I don't think this one has an opening hood, but let's crack in. I actually just went and did a triple, quadruple check to make sure I didn't have this one loose before I cracked it open, and I do not. I just really don't want to crack anything that I absolutely have to, so just being very cautious on these here. So the one car that I really wish that they had in this, geez, I'm doing a horrible job here. Crashing cars everywhere. The one car that I really wish they had is the other Civic that was in that first race. Then I could kind of complete that first race scene. So I don't believe that that car exists in Racing Champions. If it does, feel free to let me know, because I would gladly go hunt it down and buy it, but I have not seen it. That's cool. The seats actually have a two-tone, yellow and red, gray interior, red steering wheel. Yeah, this one is super cool. Definitely super stoked to add this one to the collection. All these cars too usually have like a full painted exhaust, which is nice. I would say, like, man, I really wish I was collecting back when these came out. Man, I would have had, so they probably would have been in rough shape by now, but still would have been cool just to see these cars hanging on the pegs. And for the next loose one here, sticking with the first movie, most of these are actually from the first movie that we're going to be cracking open now, but we have Dom's Charger. So I did, once again, had to do like a quadruple check to make sure that I did not have this one loose. I have so many versions of this. There's mainline Hot Wheels, there's premium Hot Wheels, then I have the Revell version, and then there is the Tomica version. It's like so many, and I had to really look through everything to make sure I did not have this Racing Champions one. So we are probably going to be maybe over 20 loose Racing Champions cars. And it seems like lately there's been a lot of very interesting ones popping up on eBay. So I don't know if people are starting to dig into their old collections and starting to post stuff for sale, but pretty cool to see some of these ones. Oh, look at that detail. You can actually see the block and the blower detail in there is super good. So it's like the whole engine in there is all painted and detailed. I don't think the hood, oh, the hood does it open? Man, I don't know. It looks like the hood might open. Maybe I'll try off camera, but look at the meat on the back of this one. Dang, that is super cool. So get kind of a view. The tires are like really sunk in, but man, those are beefy tires. Trying to see some of the details here on the inside. Can't really see a whole lot, but let me see about this hood here. And it looks like I was right. The hood does open. You can see the blower, you can see the upper and lower pulley, the supercharger belt. Like I said, yeah, the whole engine block in there is painted. That is cool. I'm just surprised the hood was able to open and like clear this blower. That's crazy. Very cool. I did not know that the hood opened on this. That is very, very cool. So the only other one that I know of that has opening parts is the Yenko Camaro from Too Fast, Too Furious. So this one, the hood pops open for nice little engine bay there. But that is, I think, the only other Racing Champions one that I know of that has a opening part. And one more solid car here from the first movie. We have Jesse's Volkswagen Jetta. So this one appeared, I think the one I have saved up on my wall is from Series 4. So it looks like this car was in Series 5. And we also have it over there in the 5-pack. So I don't feel too bad about cracking this one open, but definitely a must-have for the collection. Not doing a good job here with trying to save the packaging, but if you remember, I wonder how much were these cars when they came out? Were they like around like $1 or $2? Just be curious what they were like retail back in the day. This one is pretty nice. The graphics on the side look good. Like I said, as usual, the wheels look a little bit corny, but you got the nice full detailed exhaust. Got all the sponsorships, got the big wing. Oh, all right, looks like the wheel fell off. All right, we got the wheel back on there. So that actually happened to me on the RX-7 as well. It's like the rim kind of just like pops into the tire, but a little technical difficulty here, but we are back together. Yeah, this one definitely looks good and is going to look awesome down here with all the other cars. And the last one for today is another Series 1 car. I do have a second version, and this one is probably the one that has the most yellowing on it. So this one doesn't have too much significance for the Fast and Furious series. It does say Street Racer. So I'm wondering if it is just a sidecar in like the main, or that first race scene, just sitting on the side of the road. That was something I was actually interested in doing in the new Furiously Collecting HQ. I was gonna sit down and like watch the first movie, and during all the different like big car scenes, I was gonna pause it and try to see like what all cars in the movie and just kind of in these different scenes that I can find that I have in my collection. So let me know if that's something that you'd be interested in. I thought it'd be kind of cool, especially with all these Racing Champions cars, just to really go and comb through like the first and second movie and see if we can find these cars on the screen. This one is pretty cool looking. I like the color scheme on it. I don't know about the chrome rims, but everything else not bad. Not super obnoxious, but definitely is that early 2000s Fast and Furious vibe. So one car that I desperately need is from Too Fast, Too Furious. So I have Rome's Eclipse, I have Brian's Evo, and then I have the Yenko Camaro. So I need the orange, I think it's a Dodge Charger, I believe, but I really need that one so I can complete that Too Fast, Too Furious scene with the two tuners versus the two muscle cars. But man, that one is really hard to track down and is very expensive. So if anyone has one or knows of one for sale, please let me know, because that is one in the collection that I really, really have been after. And here we have the full collection. Man, this looks so cool, having all these cars down here on the mat together. So I counted, and I think we are at a total of 28 of the loose Racing Champions cars, which is just super, super awesome. Man, all these cars, they just have, I don't know, just have a lot more character and detail and I feel like just the design and everything, like it really fits like that early 2000s Fast and Furious, Need for Speed vibes. So just super cool, like a big throwback to my childhood. Just so cool to see all these cars all in one place. But I think that is going to wrap it up here for today's episode. So this one, like I said, was a long time in the making, but definitely one I was super excited about. Also nervous, I always get nervous cracking open like some of these older cars just because they're like a lot more rare now and are just super collectible and sought after. But now that I have them all open, I am super happy. So you have to let me know down below what you think, and be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we will catch you on the next upload. Peace.